Hello, everyone. Welcome to our presentation tonight, where we're going to talk to you about something that we've been working on for the past few months. And this is the 2022 IEEE GEM conference. Tonight, we are going to give you an idea of what is to expect for the conference. I am Curtis Giddens. I am the executive conference chair for the conference. And with me tonight, you'll see later, is Andrew Hogue, Dr. Andrew Hogue. He is the demo chair, and he's just part of the team that has been working for the last few months on creating this wonderful conference called the GEM Conference. Now, what does GEM stand for? GEM stands for Games, Entertainment, and Media. And this is a special conference that has a unique feature in it, in that it's not just a technology conference. Those of you who know about IEEE tend to think of IEEE as just having technology conferences, but this conference is unique, a unique offering in that it combines not just technology, but artwork as part of the offering for the conference. So we were going to tonight tell you some of the wonderful things that we have planned and what we've been working on for the past few months. And I hope by the end of it, you will want to join us as we offer this conference later on this year. So let's get started and talk about one of the main things that underpins this conference. And this is the IEEE Consumer Technology Society. Because Consumer Technology Society is the sponsoring society for the conference. And what is IT, the IEEE CTSoc, as we affectionately call it? Well, CTSoc, the Consumer Technology Society, is one of the premier, if not the premier, technical associations in the consumer electronics industry. We promote theory and practice as part of our remit, and we focus on electronic engineering and all the associated arts and sciences that come with it. And we have a strong professional body of over 5,000 members. And so the Game and Entertainment Media Conference is just one of the key growing conferences that the CTSoc offers. And so with that, let's go ahead and talk about what the Games, Entertainment, and Media Conference is all about. Well, the GEM conference has an interesting history, and we're going to just give you a quick idea of what it was all about. This conference started back in 2009, and it started basically in the university setting. So it was a niche conference where we had a lot of researchers in the area of games and entertainment and media meeting in a university setting to discuss all the advances that's been going on. And this has been the role and the way that CTSoc, and not CTSoc, but the conference has been offered over the years from 2009 to 2013, 14, 15. It has been that kind of conference, and it has consistently grown over the years. But it has been one that's been kept, one of those well-kept secrets. We have a strong following, but it has been within that environment. And so we are looking for 2022 to help CTSoc, the GEM conference, branch out and become something of a bigger conference. And so our goal is for 2022, we are looking to expand the reach of this conference and let everybody in on this well-kept secret. We had our break in 2019 because of the pandemic. So 2019 was the last conference that was held at Yale. But this year, we're going to start back again, rebooting the conference in 2022. And what does this conference look like, and when is it going to be held? Well, it's going to be held November 27th to the 30th, and it's going to be in hybrid format. We understand that while we all want to get back out in person, this is not possible for all of us at this time. There are still things that are happening that would prevent us from all meeting face to face. So we are providing that option for those of us who can't make it to the conference, that we could still have a good time attending the conference in a hybrid format. So the CTSoc GEM conference, Games, Entertainment, Media Conference, is one where any practitioner, be it a researcher in academia or be it someone in industry, can participate. And you see the areas that we have here in the conference and what we are focusing on. Of course, we have games because it is a game conference, but that's not our only focus. You can see that we also talk about digital arts and the creative arts and humanities. We talk about cybernetics and cyber psychology. We talk about the social, political, and cultural and philosophical ramifications of the technology on humans. So we see that we have for this offering the uniqueness that I've been telling you about, where it's not just the technology that we discuss and present areas like the metaverse and robotics, but we also talk about the human factors that and how technology affect humans. So where is this conference going to be held? The conference is going to be held this year in Barbados. Barbados is one of the premier tourism destinations in the Latin American and Caribbean region. It has a long history and it's one of the destinations of choice for a large number of people. We have a long history. We are the home of rum. Rum was developed in Barbados back in the late 18th century, so or the late 1700s. Barbados developed rum. We are known for our sea and our sand. We're known for scuba diving. We also have caves on the island, even though it's a limestone country. We also have interesting caves, and our nightlife is one that is wide and varied. So there's lots of things to do in the island. There are lots of things to see. We have a rich history and one that I'm sure you would enjoy should you choose to attend in person. You'll find that when you arrive, you'll find the people welcoming as always, and you will find many things to do. In addition to the conference, you will also have things to see, and I'm sure that your visit here, when you attend, you will want to come back. Now, specifically, now the venue for the conference is going to be the Hilton Barbados Resort. And as you can see from this picture, the hotel is actually on a peninsula. What does that mean? That means that every view from your hotel room is an ocean view. Every room that you can go in you see the ocean. There is no island side view or no ocean side view. Every room is an ocean view, and this hotel has been selected not just because of the views from the room, but because it is a modern, well-equipped, well-appointed hotel, one that you will come to expect for an international conference hosted by the IEEE. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Andrew so that he could tell you about the program and what to expect from the conference.
Thanks, Curtis. Yeah, so here, my name is Andrew Hogue, and I am going to share just a very small snippet of just a few short papers and demos that I'm excited about, and I'm excited about for a number of reasons. But I would like to showcase just a few of these, and so I'll just quickly go through them and hopefully bring some interest to you. First off, there's As the End Drew Near, exploring volumetric video in games, and I think this is super exciting from a lab at OCAD University in Toronto, and this is a live action role playing game. It's a first of its kind, very unique, very interesting. It's interactive, and it's all the assets are volumetrically created with Azure Connects, and so this is quite interesting, a totally different experience. I'm super excited about playing this game. There's also health games and health short papers and demos that interest me as well. For instance, developing a VR socially assisted robot simulator employing game development tools. So this is for overcoming the lack of access to long-term care facilities and the elderly, using a simulation of robots' behavior, interactions with the environment, and virtual avatars, and it looks very interesting. Heart failure diagnosis, a VR simulator. This is also super exciting, from trying to connect video games to serious applications. And a cricothyroidotomy simulator, using both augmented reality and 3D printing, and in virtual reality as well. And so this is super exciting because you can be able to learn how to perform a particular procedure, learn about the procedure by looking at real elements that you would use in real life, but also in virtual reality as well. And so these are very interesting short papers and demos. I hope that you're excited about them as I am. Back to Curtis.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Andrew. So yes, so now let's talk about the keynote speakers. And like I said, what Andrew just showed you there was just a small sample of what's happening and what we'll be offering at the conference. I just wanted to show you some of the demos that we have received and what will be on display at the conference because we want this conference to be highly interactive. Yes, we're going to have our lecture style presentations, but we want a lot more interaction in these conferences because at the end of the day, when we talk about games, entertainment, and media, these are very interactive technologies, and we want that to come through for our conference. And so that's one of the things that we are going to be ensuring that our conference is highly interactive. And so that's one of the things we want to make sure that you get from this. And the demos that you see there are very novel and very interesting. So another part of this conference is our keynote speakers. I'm very excited about this in terms of the speakers that we have lined up for the conference. First speaker we have is Professor Chris Hillier. Now, Chris Hillier has a very unique background. He's actually a biochemist. His background is in biotechnology. And his background, he actually started up a biotech firm and he was able to sell it and he started on his entrepreneurial bent, but he came to Barbados, and that's where I'm located here in Barbados. And he also contributed to the entrepreneurial aspects of the university, and he continued that career. He went down that career path as an entrepreneur, and as part of that, he came across and he was responsible for developing some very interesting technologies. These virtual humans and using virtual humans to actually influence behavior change in people for the diets. So people who had diabetes or other chronic non-communicable diseases, he actually used and was part of helping the company that developed this virtual human technology to undertake studies. And so he has a wide and varied path that he has traveled, and he knows a lot of things about a lot of interesting technology. And his intersection with games, entertainment, and media is one that you will find extremely interesting, especially because he comes to these areas from an entrepreneurial angle. So this will be of value to anyone who is not just interested in the technology, but how to leverage that technology to to get a startup, to begin a startup, or to take their technology to the next level. He will be a valuable person to listen to, and I hope that you will come to hear him and hear his talk. Next is Carla Sue Marriott. Carla Sue, again, this is why I'm so excited about the conference. Her area she's also from a natural science background. Her PhD is in chemistry. Yet, what she is doing is using virtual reality and augmented reality to teach students forensic science. And she was in 2016. She completed the establishment of the first one of a kind 3D virtual reality crime scene facility that was used to train undergraduates. She did that at Savannah University, University of Savannah. She developed this technology and this basically almost like a holodeck where you could actually walk in and you would be immersed in a crime scene. And she's been using the technology, and she is the first one to develop the forensic science class using the VR headset, where students are attend the class, put on the VR headsets, and they are there in a crime scene with the blood splatter and everything, so that they could do the analysis and they're actually there. So this is a very interesting use of the technology. And again, her experience in VR, the metaverse, and all of that comes from the science background, not as a computer scientist, but as a chemist. So again, she will have a wealth of experience that I'm sure you will find invigorating and inspiring, because as you see how the technology has been applied, you'll be able to understand and probably be inspired with new problems and new challenges that you could then leverage to either enhance your research or even probably move on and create something new and innovative as a new product. We also have Fatima Nunez. She's a professor from the University of Sao Paulo, Again, her background is more within what you would probably expect in terms of a game, entertainment, and media background. Her work is related to virtual reality, image processing, content based image retrieval, but she focuses on developing techniques that will help in the diagnosis of different diseases. And so her focus is on using serious games and applying serious games to help with disease diagnosis. Our last keynote speaker is Professor Adam Dabrowski. Again, very novel use of technology. His background is in medicine, yet he uses virtual reality and these virtual and gaming technologies to help teach and help, again, just like how Carla Sue uses her technology to help teach students. He uses technology to help skills, help students develop the skills within a virtual setting. He also, so as you can see, his area is in simulation, care simulation. And this is a very novel approach to what we're seeing in terms of the use of VR and AR technology. And so these are very exciting speakers that we have, very novel backgrounds. And again, not backgrounds in your typical traditional games and entertainment and media, but backgrounds that cross cut the technologies that we use. And this demonstrates the value of this conference, where people from diverse backgrounds use the technology and get interesting intersections and novel applications. So I hope that you will come and enjoy and listen to these keynote speakers, and you will find it interesting and very inspiring. And so now the next step is, how do we actually register for the conference? So for this, I'm going to again turn you back over to Andrew, and he will give you the details so that you will know what to do and how to register so that you can enjoy not just the demo sessions, but you can also enjoy the keynote speakers.
Great. So basically, we have a number of different registration options, and here's the link at the bottom. So definitely join, go to our website, gem2022.IEEE-gem.space. And from there, you'll be able to get to the registration. We have a number of different options, especially for student members. There's a number of 30% discount for student members, and obviously membership if you are a IEEE and or IEEE CTSoc member. And so definitely, these are the different options. And that's pretty much everything that I was going to talk about. So basically, to wrap up, the conference dates are November 27th to the 30th. Location is in Barbados, and so definitely in real life, #IRL. Conference venue, Barbados Hilton Resorts. Come join us at the website, and here's a link to the registration page. So come, and I can't wait to see you in Barbados. Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad that you've taken the time to listen to us. And I hope that you see, like Andrew said, I echo his sentiments. Hope to see you in Barbados. And if not in real life, hope to see you online. Take care, everyone, and have a good night.